And hey, wizards, guess what? It's Kira and Ash. I'm right back for another episode of the Dual Fire and Storm walkthrough. And thank you, everybody who's been watching and subscribing, guys. The subscriber numbers keep going up, so I want to appreciate that. So I hope you guys are doing well. I'm excited. We're about to go ahead and do a big dungeon, so let's head over to the Necropolis, because we have to convince this Lord Obsidian guy. Yep, that's the mission we've been given. We've got to convince this Lord Obsidian guy to get into the crystal so that he can be part of the Crucible, which is another place. It seems like they've got all sorts of learning places for you here. So let's go ahead and find this tomb. Lord Obsidian's tomb. Should be just down the hill here. Well, looky there. People are already willing to go in it. Well, we're going to go for it, so let's just go ahead and get the counter started. Looks like we got another fire guy, and that's, more is the merrier. That'll just help us get through this a little bit quicker, and we'll have a good time. Very, very good. Okay, well, let's just jump right into it. Very, very good. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing extremely well. I'm having a great day. Just one of those fantastic Saturday mornings. I'm recording this on Saturday morning, and I want to say thanks to all my subscribers. No new subscribers to name particularly, but if you want a shout out, go ahead and give me a comment in the comment section. I'd like to hear from you. What are your favorite parts of the game? What do you enjoy most about Wizard101? Because, I like to hear that. I enjoy it. I was talking to some guys the other day, and they said, well, what happens when you get to the max level? Well, I go through a different school, because there's different storylines, different things to learn. So I get pretty excited about that. So I will go ahead and run through a different max wizard, and I get them up to max level, and boom, we're excited and having a good old time. So I don't know, that's me. I'm having a good time. Thank you, guys. If you're wondering which wizards I have, recently I just did 1,000 subscriber special in which I walk through all of the different wizards I have in my 2 Wizard101 accounts. One max level, one getting 2 that are not too far away from being max level. I just got to spend some time playing them. And then, of course, we've got a whole bunch of new guys that we are building up right now and preparing for the fun. Okay, I think one we'll get rid of, one we won't, so let's just go ahead and do it. Ah, yes. Strike while the iron's hot. I think that's the phrase. Strike while the iron's hot. Oh, perfect. Love it when I can take him down without taking any damage. Well, let's keep this show on the road. Okay, Gallium Shard Trooper and the Bound Specker. Well, another ice. This kind of works in our favor, right, as a fire student. Now, Valerian, you'll notice he has a much higher health than I do. What that tells me probably about his spell choices or his gear choices is that he has a lot of defensive gear. Yeah, so he's probably got quite a bit of gear that gives him more health, less attack. Notice he hasn't gone to get the jewel for the Arch Mastery either, so that's pretty interesting. We should click on him and take a look at what gear he's running. I mean, obviously, it looks like he's been doing the side quests, because you can tell that he has gear from Grizzleheim, and that hat is actually, it's either, well, I mean, that's a hat you would generally see with Mirage, but I believe you can get it in packs, and you do meet a Mirage character in the school Wisteria, in the Wisteria quests, which we haven't done those either. We'll probably take a day to do the Wisteria quests and knock those out, because I believe those are starred as main quests too. So we'll definitely get those done. Just have not been a priority. Nope, not been a priority. I wonder if he's going to attack now. Let's see. He's going to attack? Yes, he is. And the ice guy went down, as I suspect he probably would from that attack, because you got that extra bonus. Yeah, we'll just go and do the same thing. We're already lit up. Got the spells for it. And there we go. Now, guys, if you are new to this particular walkthrough, the whole idea is that we are doing a dual school storm and fire. And the rules that we have set ourselves for this walkthrough is that we're not using any of the special gear that you can get like in Waterworks or Mount Olympus. We are just doing crafted gear. So right now, we're wearing the Mushu crafted gear. I just finished crafting the Grizzleheim, the crafted gear in this world. But I won't be able to use it for another 2 levels. I'm level 40 right now. I believe I have to be level 42 to be able to use the Dragonspire crafted gear. But it's sitting in my deck ready to go. Now, from here on, which gear we want to choose kind of depends a little bit on how we want to develop our dual school wizard. So it's going to change a little bit. But I think that's exciting. I think that's part of what makes the game a lot of fun, is trying to make those decisions. Because after Dragonspire, dual school gear doesn't quite always look the same as it does. Like, for instance, when you move up, you might have choices of different types of, I guess, hats, for instance, which do a variety of different defensive capabilities and not necessarily full-on benefits for a dual school wizard, if that makes sense to you guys. Okay, we'll go ahead and Meteor Strike them, because this will take down at least one of them. Probably not enough damage to take down the second one, hopefully. Our partner's smart enough to hit the one with the shield. Yeah. I mean, that's the downside of working with others, is you never know if they're going to catch up and follow along on the strategy. Yeah, that's good. Well, anyway, so that's kind of the rules for the game. We only use crowns for 2 things. I use crowns cosmetically if I want to do a stitch, which I haven't wanted to do yet, because I like showing off what the dual school gear looks like. Because then it also gives us the same feel as if you are going through the different areas and you get the gear that looks like the world you're in, which I think is what a good RPG should be anyways, because you should be looking in the realm, looking like the wizard in the realm that you're going through, and you shouldn't be going into that realm already knocked out, looking exactly like you look that guy. You should be spending some time growing your wizard and tracking down cool gear that helps set you up in that way. That's just me, and that's how I kind of think RPGs. That's how RPGs are most fun, gaining that gear and trying to make it best. Now, of course, if you're like are they both ice? No, they're not both ice. Here, let's do this. This will benefit both of us. I like RPGs where you see that visual progression, where you see that opportunity to build your character up and get different looks and different play styles. Where you're able to get better gear, where gear that's dropped by other bosses and stuff is all good gear. Like, that's one thing I think Wizard101 could do a lot better of, is to go around all the different bosses and find unique things that they can get those bosses to drop. They do that to some extent, and there's some cool things you can go out there and find based upon drops and stuff from other bosses and stuff. Like, some bosses will drop some cool pets. I would love for them to do more of that, where there's more things you can collect out there, like more mounts and more wands. Like, I love specific wands and stuff like that. Not quite enough to finish her off. Yep, he could have finished her off, but he chose not to. That's okay. This will do the job. Excellent. Okay, now I'm pretty sure we've got to be getting close to Lord Obsidian, right, guys? Got to be getting close to Lord Obsidian. There it is. Let's get it.
A tendril of light moves within the crystal as it is imbued with the spirit of Lord Obsidian.
That's awesome. I could have sworn we would have to fight Lord Obsidian down here, but I'm kind of glad we don't. We'll have to fight Lord Obsidian once we get out of here, though. So that is something that we've got to be aware of, yeah. Because not fighting Lord Obsidian is not necessarily a thing, you know, because that's the last one she wanted us to fight anyways, but she didn't have one to fight, so that's why we had to go find him. But now that we've got it, we're going to have to go fight him. Yep, that's just the way it is. Just the way it is. Awesome, very, very good. By the way, guys, if you like walkthroughs and stuff, you should check out my myth walkthrough right now. I'm going through the entire Novus world because my myth character is right now my highest level character, and we are actually max leveling him out as we speak.
Incredible! Few students have ever imbued a knowledge crystal, and you did it with so little coaching.
Oh, she's so nice.
Now we have our crystal of the hero. Are you ready? You will now face Boris Blackrock, the Lord Obsidian, our greatest hero from the battle with the Titan army. No student of Dragonspire has ever undertaken this lesson. Go now and place the crystal of the hero upon the last pedestal.
Okay, well, let's head down there. Last pedestal. Oh, no, it's closer up here. Yeah, my bad. Last pedestal is on this side. Down the center here. Here we go. Oh, and it looks like somebody's already jumped into the action. I want to get what Lord Obsidian talks to us. So before we jump in, there is something I do want to go over with you. So let's talk about spell elements. So I've been collecting spell elements ever since we started this. And what spell elements are, okay, like for instance, if you're in your deck, you have this little thing called spell writing here. You click on spell writing. And spell elements are all these little things that you'll show up. You know, they're basically reagents that you can use to combine and modify your spells. Like one of the big changes on the last update here at Wizard101, which was the fall update. Yeah, not the winter update. Maybe it was the spring update. Well, it's one of those updates anyways. Is that we were seeing more of spell elements being dropped by different bosses all over the lower levels, okay? And when you get these spell elements, what they do is once you get enough spell elements, you can upgrade your wizard. The last one I upgrade is my fire elf. So, for instance, I took my fire elf, and from doing 100 plus 210 over 3 rounds, he does 150 over 3 rounds, and he clears any shields for another 120 damage over 3 rounds. So it's kind of like a double hit every round. I haven't used him. And I'd like, and so you know what? Let's go ahead and put him in our deck. That way, we'll have a chance to use him because I haven't used him since I've done that. Oops. Well, and apparently you can reset these and go different ways with the spell casting if you don't like the way it goes. So I guess what we could have done is we could have adjusted him where he does a bigger hit at the beginning and less damage spread over. So that's what this path looks like, where it's a bigger hit at the beginning and then less damage is spread out over that period of time. That didn't seem like the way to go for me, but I do like to have a fire elf that clears shields, so that's why I left it there. Now, if we go back, I do have a new spell right now that we can go ahead and upgrade. Like you'll notice I got several fire spells that are getting close to being upgraded, like Immolate, like Sunbird is getting close. Phoenix is getting really close, which I'm pretty excited to be able to upgrade Phoenix. And then when we get Hierophant, which will actually only be in a few levels, we're pretty close to being able to upgrade Hierophant too. So there's lots of places where you can get these reagents. Of course, you can buy them for crowns, but I don't really buy them for crowns. This is just what I've been collecting through the game. Now we're going to go ahead and upgrade our Fire Cat, and we've got 2 options to upgrade our Fire Cat. We can just go ahead and upgrade the Fire Cat where the damage is a little bit stronger each time. So instead of starting at 80, it starts at 90. Eventually, if you upgrade it all the way, you'd have a Fire Cat that does 130 to 100 to 110 to 130, which is a pretty good amount of damage for 1 pip. Yeah, that's a pretty strong hit for a 1 pip spell. So that's one way you can go ahead and upgrade Fire Cat. Now, the other way, which is I'm kind of interested in, is what we call Detonate. Now, I don't know if you know what Detonate is, but see, if you remember, Fire Wizards are very good at doing DOTs, damage over times. And you notice that several of our spells are damage over time. Well, with the Fire Cat number 1 going this route, we do have our damage, but we also detonate. That means we take all that DOT damage over time, and instead of it taking 4 rounds to go through, it detonates the round we hit. So I think that's what we're going to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade our Wildcat to the Detonate. That's what we want, yes. And boom. Yep, there you go. You get a cute little animation because you just did an upgrade. Pretty neat, right? And so let's go ahead and go back to our deck. And we're just going to go ahead and take a moment, and we're going to go ahead and add in both of those spells, because we're going to give them a try. Yeah. There we go. Because it could be useful. Okay, guys, now it's our time. Let's go ahead and get Lord Obsidian up.
I am Boris Blackrock, the Obsidian Golem. The Council trained me to defend the wizard's knowledge from the warriors.
Boris Blackrock, also known as Lord Obsidian. Very cool. I kind of like the mountain right behind him.
When the wizard summoned the Titan, I alone had the knowledge to fight it. I met it in battle, and though I fought bravely and with great skill, it was not enough. When I fell, so did Dragonspire. Defeat me, and you show yourself to be Dragonspire's greatest hero.
Very good. Okay, so very nice. We get to fight Blackrock, and he's ice. So this should be fun. Okay, guys, let's jump into it. Now, he's going to have a lot of health, being an ice boss, I bet. 5,600? That's respectable. That is respectable. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our fire elf, just to kind of test it out. What? Fizzled my fire elf spell. That's annoying. Okay, well, I feel like Heckhound is going to be our big hitter anyways. So let's go ahead and get rid of this weakness, and we'll let some pips add up, because a good Heckhound hit will finish this guy off. Okay, so let's see here. Which is the route to take. Let's go ahead and add up some blades. Oh yeah, and like I was saying earlier, the only thing I use crowns for, again, are aesthetics. I also use it for one mount, my flying carpet, because I don't like to walk anywhere. At the beginning, unless you have a lot of gold, there's really no way to get a mount without buying one. Okay, it looks like we might have somebody joining the fight here, which is fine. Not a problem at all. You know, if she wants to, it's her choice. Very good. Our Firecat's already in, so if we do detonate, we can actually experience how that would look like. Because I do want to try the detonate. Definitely. Jenna Darkstrider, A+ student. Very good. Very good. Okay. You know what? Let's go ahead and throw a trap. Uh-oh, it looks like we picked up a tryhard. No, actually, knows he has like the Zeus gear on him, and it looks like he has some cards on him. Well, we're gonna need to get our hit in before he squelches our big plan. Yeah, I don't want him to do that. Life characters, right? What you gonna do? Okay, I say let's go ahead and Heckhound him. We got enough so that we can do some significant damage right now. Jenna Darkstrider, an Ice Gal. Very nice. She's very pink in her outfit selection. Yeah. I like the helmet, though, over there on the life guy. That's a pretty cool looking helmet. Yeah, if I was doing a stitch, I would try to find that particular helmet. Okay, so we're going to get to see this in action. And I'm going to detonate it, because I want to practice detonating. They put another weakness on me. I'm so sick of weaknesses. Couldn't have put it on the girl. What's the lifer going to do? Okay. He obviously plays a lot of packs, because he wouldn't have gotten that particular spell unless he had a lot of packs, unless he did a lot of crown fighting. Okay, well, let's go ahead and Firecat. I want to see this spell detonate. I'm going to kill him. Did you notice how big of a hit that was right there? That was a pretty big hit. And with detonate, that's going to finish this fight. because instead of us having to wait 2 more rounds for my, well, actually 1 more round for my spell to finish him off, we're going to finish him off right now. Watch this. Are you kidding me? Jeez. That's 2 fails. 2 fails. Oh, man. Okay. Well, we'll fire elf him for some fun. He'll be dead before we get a chance to do anything, though. There we go. There we go. Didn't even get to try any of the new spells. Isn't that crazy?
As none other, I salute you as the hero of Dragonspire.
Yes, we are now the hero of Dragonspire. Yeah, so there's an example of all those spell elements that you might get. Hey, it looks like we got a couple more sunbirds, which is pretty nice. You know? Yeah, look at all that. I'm glad we're getting all those storm ones because we haven't been able to upgrade any of our storm ones yet. Very good. Well, there we go, guys. There was your quick crash course on spell elements and upgrading your spells and how they will still fizzle on you when you try to cast them.
Rarely have I learned a more profound lesson than my student. But that is just what has happened. You have opened my eyes to my past mistakes and shown me the truth. I am eternally grateful to you, young wizard. You have learned and accomplished a great deal. More than I could have ever imagined an outsider accomplishing. I hereby grant you the highest passing grade, which provides you with full membership in the Dragonspire Academy. It is our custom that the Dean of Admissions will present a new student with an Academy portal stone. Go see if you can find such a stone within the Dean's Tower.
Okay, let's head over to the Dean's Tower, which is right over here. See if he will be able to give us a portal stone. Fantastic, guys. That means we'll be able to get into the school, which is really close to where we need to be. So, pretty exciting stuff here. Okay, let's zippity-doo, dippity-dee. Let's head on in and get that portal stone. We have been like trying to get this for I don't know how long now. Okay, let's talk to Irenka Thundercrown.
Yes, what is it? Oh, of course. You must be looking for the Dean. You won't find him here, though. I'm the Dean's assistant, and I am embarrassed to admit that I have no idea where he's gone. Come to think of it, he's been gone for quite some time. Maybe the librarian knows where he is.
Okay, so let's head back to the Basilica, then we'll head on down to the librarian and see if he happens to know where the Dean has gotten off to. Let's go find out. He wasn't in his tower, and they don't know. Yeah, you know, he's not here. Yeah, go talk to the librarian. He might know what's going on. So let's hop on in, and let's talk to the librarian. Milos?
You're actually looking for the Dean of Admissions? Oh dear. It seems that no one has told you this sad news. Getting to see the Dean of Admissions is next to impossible, I'm afraid. You see, he was directly involved with summoning the dragon titan that destroyed Dragonspire. After he had the professors kidnapped and began the summoning ritual, we stopped him and placed him in the labyrinth. That was before the attack began. Now, there's not much more harm he can do, so you're free to go see him in the labyrinth if you like. I was responsible for keeping the labyrinth key, so here you go.
Milos hands you the key to the labyrinth.
Good luck getting that portal stone.
Well, there we go, guys. Portal stone. We have to go to the labyrinth to get the portal stone. Crazy, isn't it? My goodness. What are you going to do? Okay, so Dean's cell. Well, guys, we're going to call it right there because the labyrinth is a long dungeon. That's going to take one full episode on its own. So I thank you, everybody who's been hanging out with us. I hope you have a great day. This is Kieran Ashhammer for the Dual School Storm and Fire walkthrough, Fire and Storm walkthrough. Cannot wait to see you guys again. Catch you later. Bye-bye.